I love it. Okay, so we are in the mastermind time for Grow Hour, and we're in the month of momentum. And we were just talking about how, sometimes it's leaps, sometimes it's baby steps. And really, what it is those steps all equal what feels like leaps a lot of the time for myself. I can speak for myself to say all of those steps end up feeling like leaps at specific, like different times of the growth journey, right? So Alana, you were just sharing a little bit about that. So I'm just going to open it up to Lana or anyone else that does want to share about how you're taking steps for growing and how it's building momentum for you.
I love that you mentioned the steps. And, sometimes a step is simply a thought, and it can be changing that, where it's switching the way we think or shifting around. But when I first came to take a look at OPWP during open house, it was cool to learn about it. And I didn't, I got it, but I didn't truly get it until I invested more time and got a chance to meet with, especially with you, Susan, back, and really learn about the heart and soul behind it and the support and the community, and then wanting to take another step. So, it was taking that idea of, okay, now I enjoy and I definitely want to be a member, come enjoy parts of it. And then even being able to grow more. Okay, great. I can grow more with my business. I can grow more individually or as a person. And there's so many little steps that it takes to do that, and celebrating every single one along the way, which, oh my gosh, queens of celebration right here. Like, hello, what can I celebrate with you today in this moment and in the next hour? So I very much appreciate that you hold the space for that, because celebration can look so different at different points in our life. And it's awesome. So I'm excited.
I love that. I love that that you talked about the steps that you took, right? Like the process, what it kind of looked like and felt like for you, because that's something that we've come to realize with like open house, and like the way that we introduce people to this is, it is a process. It isn't only a co-working space where you come and get your shit done. It is that first, but when you come and experience it and you're open to what actually you feel when you're here, that adds that next step of being like, well, this is more than that. And I'm curious to see what you can come and receive when you do show up. So love that you mentioned like the process that you went through, because that's exactly, the process that we're taking people through to hear the experience and know, like, does this work? Are we clear enough about things? And that builds momentum for building the community, because, even if we say it's a co-working space, it is that safe space for people to actually come and develop personal or business. And that you mentioned business growth opportunity as well, because you could have one or the other, or you can grow into both. So that was a huge thing that I heard. So Suze, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I love having it mirrored, that you can come and be real and raw. You can come, like as much or as little as you want, and or are able. And that even if you've been away for a little bit, you can come back and it's like you've always been there, so like holding the space for that, like that. I love that that's mirrored, because that it means the world to us that the heart of OPWP is out there. Like that's because so many times we can see different things, but the feeling of OP, it's fun that there's been steps that have been taken and that they're the right steps. And we're so excited.
Alana, I'm curious. So when you said yes to coming and experiencing the open house week and getting in the action hours, like what was your what were you looking to grow then? And is it the same, or has it changed in now being a standout member and now expanding and stepping into it more and more in the community? Like, is it the same from when you were first coming to check it out and know like what the opportunity might be for you to grow in, or is it changed?
It's funny that you asked that, because when I first signed up for an hour, I thought I was coming for an action hour, like, okay, we're going to meet, we're going to go get stuff done.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize that I'd signed up for a connection hour. And at first I was kind of annoyed. I was like, man, I came so I could get stuff done, and didn't recognize that actually that is so what I needed in that moment, was connection with other people. It is fun. Like we were joking before about how like the universe will give you clues. And yes, let me go a little woo-woo for a second, but sometimes it's a tap on the shoulder or a whisper, like listening to your gut, and you're like, no, that's not what I need. Sometimes you get smacked in the head by a 2x4. That was my 2x4. It's like, this is what you need right now. And that's amazing. So part of it is also trusting that when you show up, you're going to get what you want to get out of it. And it could shift in that moment, even being there. It's like, here's what I thought I wanted to get done. And perhaps I'm going to work over here a little bit more. And Suze, I love that you mentioned about, getting a chance to show up raw and real. And that's so celebrated here. It's not okay, let me go put on my professional hat. And yes, there's a little bit of that, but it's being celebrated for who you are and what you bring to the community and what you get from it just simply by being you.
Yeah.
I think it's really powerful.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Like I love the visual of a mirror of that, because we can do whatever we want to put that out there, but the fact that you are mirroring that is so fun, because like knowing that is felt. And so thank you for that.
My cup is so full to go into my lunch hour. I am so excited about this. Thank you for sharing that, Alana, and joining the Grow Hour. And